Good evening, everybody. It is Lynn here, the GoLiveGranny, and I'm live streaming here on Wednesday, the 26th of August, 2020. And if you're coming in on the live, welcome. If you're coming in on the replay, please pop replay in the comments. It would be great to see. And so let's see if we can get the comments coming up like we like to see. So hang on, I've got two gadgets on the go here, so hopefully one of them will work. Hi Rachel, nice to see you in the house. There we go. You love glitter. It is National Glitter Day, and it's I'm cheating a bit because it's actually tinsel, but I really didn't think I should cover myself in glitter. That's the next best thing. So we have, but I didn't know it was National Tinsel Day until a little while ago. I think it was, I don't know, I think it was Pauline that told me earlier on. So thank you, Pauline, for that. If it was Pauline, if it wasn't Pauline, then whoever it was, thank you. Hello, Sarah, how are you doing? So let's have a look and see if I can get, let's have a look. No, it's not telling me I'm live. It's playing it's playing Silly Bees again. Hi, Janet. Nice to see you. Let's see. I don't know if I can see anything out of these glasses, but anyway, I just thought we'd glitz up a bit. There it is. There we are. So.
Hello everybody.
Oh, hang on. No, that's not my live. That's not this. I've got the wrong live on. Oh no. Oh dear. That's the wrong live stream. That was one I did earlier. Hello Janet. Hello Lucy. Good evening and everyone. And on this glitter day. Fine, thanks. Feeling positive today. Had two good things happen today. Excellent. That's brilliant. Hello Ruby. Hello Hazel. Patricia. Tegan. Mags is in. Oh no, wait a minute. No. I'm looking at the wrong live stream, folks. Oh no. Hang on. This is not okay. That was the live stream that I did earlier. So I'm saying hello to all the wrong people. How silly is that? And do you know what? I can't see it. Can't see the comments on there. Hello, Kath. It is not National Tinsel Day. It's National Glitter Day, and this is my take on National Glitter Day. So I'm just, as I say, I'm just trying to find where the comments are, but they don't want to. It doesn't want to play the game. Let's see if we can do it this way. So good evening, everybody coming in. Let's have a look and see if we can do it this way. Let's have a look. Aha, there it is. It is, but actually, oh yes, now we've got the comments. There we go. Fantastic. Not that I can read very well through these, but never mind. Carol's in, Heather's in, Jackie, glitter, go girl, go, glitter. We've got the sparkly thing up there. It says, I can't read what it says. It says, leave a little sparkle wherever you go. Whoops. I've got another one up over there that says, life won't sparkle unless you do. So we're going to be very sparkly tonight, folks. Even if you're not got this on, sparkle in your personalities tonight. Come on, let's have a big sparkly evening. And hello, Tina. Kath's in, Jackie, Kathy, Kath. Oh, all these lovely people coming in. Kathy and Kath. Oh my goodness. Sarah, Catherine, Richard. Lovely. One to say your colleagues are making your flowers as a present and you had an appointment with your social worker. They have decided to start the process to teach. Brilliant, Sarah. That's absolute news. So you are sparkling. The glitter has fallen on you. What a great week for you it's going to be, culminating in your wonderful wedding on Saturday. So that is really great news, Sarah. We're all very, very pleased for you. That's wonderful. I think it's worth a party pop of that, don't you? Oops, let's see. These are the ones that weren't so good. Let's hope they work. Look, we're going to have a party popper for Sarah's good news. Whoa, there we go. Nearly went in my tea. And of course, I have to have my tea in a sparkly-ish mug. to match. And this is the lovely mug that Richard gave me. Oh, I'm sorry you're too tired and stressed, Kaylee. I'm sending you lots of virtual love, and I'm sending you some of my sparkle, but I'm glad you're enjoying my glitter. Hopefully that will improve for you, Kaylee. If there's anything I can do, if you want to chat or anything, let me know. So there we go. Yvonne's saying it's amazing. Sarah's news is amazing. What is... hang on. What? I missed a comment. That side... Carol's saying that Dean should do an Elton John evening. I can't understand why you might have thought of that one, Carol. Not at all. Anyway, let's have a look. So lots of love and virtual hugs for Kaylee tonight, please, folks, because she obviously needs a little bit of TLC, or a lot of TLC. Send it her way. I must say, somebody messaged me earlier to see if I could share some news. Today there was an autistic child went missing on the island, and I was asked if I could tag, and I couldn't tag. There was no share button. So if something happens like that, I don't mind sharing that sort of news. I don't want to be tagged in everything, but that sort of news. If there's something important like that, try and share. No, wait a minute. Yes, try and tag me or share it in some way that it will appear on my page, because I couldn't find a share button. But fortunately, by the time I'd looked to see how I could share the news, the child had been found. So that was good news. So that was more good sparkly news there. So thank goodness for that. Hello, Chantel. Good morning. Somebody's saying good morning. Hazel's saying good morning. And she's sending some love over. Oh, one Hazel's saying good morning. And I think the other Hazel must have said good morning and come in. Oh, yes, she did. There we go. I missed the comment. Sorry, folks. I think it's these glasses. I look like a silver tree. It looks good. And, folks, I haven't gone bananas and think it's Christmas. It's the 26th, so it would be Boxing Day, wouldn't it? But it's still August. We have September, October, November and December. We've got 4 months to Christmas. But I'm doing Christmas early because it's National Glitter Day. And so this is my glitter. I've got my sparkly hat. I've got my sparkly tinsel. See my lovely sparkly purple hat? And I thought, well, I have to complement that with my glasses. I know they're not sparkly, but they're a bit shiny, aren't they? Yes, he'd been found and home. Thank you, Laura, for that. I spotted, because I was very concerned. I was eating my tea. I was multitasking. I was trying to share things out, do things on Facebook. Saw that come up and was trying to find a way to see if I could share it, but I couldn't. But then I found that he had been found safe and well. So thank goodness for that. There we go. Let's have a look. Just the coat, arms and hat to go. Then Jack is complete for the story sack. And of course, for Jack and the Beanstalk, we need a story sack this big. Oh, I don't think you're knitting the... Are you knitting the Beanstalk, Dean, or just the giant? It will be a big bag. But I tell you, big congratulations to Yvonne today. She has finished 5 currant buns for one of the sacks that we're doing for the children who are very deprived, that my daughter is teaching, and that's 5 currant buns in the baker's shop, round and fat with a cherry on the top. Along came Yvonne with a penny one day, bought a currant bun and took it away. And then we go down to 4 currant buns. We have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So that will be helping them with their language work and with this and with their counting, their numeracy work, and I'm sure other things as well. Karen's saying, OMG, Lynn, you never cease to amaze me. It is National Glitter Day, Karen. And I couldn't put glitter all. I didn't have glitter. I didn't have any face paint glitter or anything, so I'd gone with tinsel. Okay, so this is my glitter. Okay. It's also National Dog Day, yeah, absolutely. But it was easier for me to do the glitter. But obviously, Laura's very interested in National Dog Day because she has a little chihuahua. And she has 2 chihuahuas because she's got her chihuahua, her real chihuahua, Dolly. And then she asked me to make a replica of Dolly. And my goodness, that was a challenge. I found a chihuahua pattern but the pattern wasn't anywhere near the same colours as Dolly. So I then had to study a picture of Dolly and work out the markings and try and replicate Dolly in knitting, and I did it, and Laura was quite pleased, I think. So I achieved that one. That was one I did. I was determined. So sorry you've had a bad day, Caroline. Let's see if our glitter and our tinsel can cheer you up and make you feel a little bit more positive. So hi, Catherine. Let's have a look. I keep freezing, do I? I'm sorry about that. Oh dear, I don't know what. My internet was terrible today. I've taken twice as long to do everything. It didn't want to let me post things, and it was dodgy. And then when I was outside, of course, it's always dodgy out the front of my house. So that's a bit tricky. Hang on. Oops. Oh dear. This is a little bit of a hazard when you need to blow your nose. Well, you're doing the beanstalk. Is the beanstalk in the pattern? I didn't know if it was, Dean. Excellent. He's doing the beanstalk and Jack. That's lovely. Right, so Kathy's had another exhausting day keeping your 4-year-old grandson entertained from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Cool, that's a long shift, isn't it? You're too old for this, but it was worth it. All right, okay. I've been watching my grandchildren, not real, but they're at their caravan, and they've been on the beach today, and they're great strong swimmers, and Daddy was there with them, and my daughter put a picture up of them, and there's the twins, and then there's the twin girls, and then there's another girl, and then there's a little boy. And the girl, that like the middle one, I almost didn't recognise her. She's just looked so grown up. She's 10, and she looked so grown up in her swim gear. They've got those wetsuits for going in the sea with, and she just looked. I had to do a double take and think, who is that? Oh my goodness, it's my granddaughter. So there we go. Right, so you've got your new snail today, and he's tiny. He's a tiny little snail, is he? Oh my goodness. Do they grow? Will he grow very much? Does he grow, or does he stay the same size? I don't know much about snails, folks. Hi, Ian. Nice to see you. Is it going to be a girl? The currant buns are fabulous. They certainly are. We've got currant bun. Oh my goodness, this is making me hungry. We've got currant buns. We've got 10. It should be 10 sausages, but being a good knitter there, Yvonne threw an extra sausage in the pan. So we got 11 sausages in the pan, which is good. Is that the first bit, Dean? I love that as a story, and at Christmas as a pantomime. Oh no, you don't. Oh yes, you do. There we go. It's behind you. So behind me, I've got some dwarfs. And I think that the dwarfs should be glittery. Do you think they should be glittery? What do you reckon? Hang on. Let me just see. Have you seen... They've cut a lot of the school buses, and a lot of people don't know how they're going to get their children to school. Well, if you can't get to school, then don't go to school. And then they'll slap you with an enforcement order, and you'll say, well, how am I supposed to get to school if we haven't got a bus to take us? I don't know. I think we need... they're making so many silly decisions at the moment, Kaylee, and obviously that's probably something that's led to your stress. They're going to have to sort it, aren't they? Because... you know, how are you supposed to do it? If the buses don't go, what are you supposed to do? Right, there we go. Dame Edna is here. I'm just doing a little... Patricia, it's National Glitter Day, and I decided that tinsel could take the place of glitter, so that's why I'm acting... Sorry, that's why I'm all glittered up, or sparkled up. Jack is the first character. Then they've got to do his mum. You've got to do his mum, the cow, the giant, the beanstalk, the man with the beans, and then little accessories like the chicken, the harp, and the beans. Wow, Dean. And have you set a target for when you're going to finish it, Dean? What about the wonky donkey and his legs? Dean's abandoned the wonky donkey for his nativity because he saw the Jack and the Beanstalk story, and he got his book and he's gone off on on Jack and the Beanstalk. So I think you might end up putting a chicken or something in your nativity instead of the wonky donkey. dear, oh dear. Right, okay. You don't know about the special needs buses. You'd better check. It's also last minute too. They all go back soon. Yeah. And, oh, what a shambles. How not to run, how not to do things properly. My goodness, they're supposed to encourage children to be calm and, get to school. How can you all be calm if, they don't know how to get to school because there's no transport? Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Where did you find the Chihuahua pattern? You've got 2 tiny Chihuahua girls and would love to knit a I'll find the pattern, Kathy. It's in a book on my bookshelf. I'll find it. It's a dog book. I'll find it and I'll do a link to it. I'll show you. I'll open it up and I'll go through. I'll actually do a video of the book so that anybody who wants a book about dogs can see all the different dogs that are in it. But it's lovely. It's a beautiful pattern. And although I was challenged initially and thinking, oh my goodness, how I'm going to do this, actually it was fine and I loved doing it in the end. And there we are. Laura's saying greetings to another Chihuahua owner. There we go. Sarah's saying, has Kaylee got the link? Is that about the buses? Yeah, not surprised that Kathy's worn out with running around after a 4-year-old. Oh no, please, Lynn. It's bad enough having the spaceship song. Now you've got 5 little current buttons roaming around your head. I am sorry. If you tune in here, it's what you get. It's interactive. And you know what? Just before I came on live this evening, I shared a video link to something that happened 2 years ago today. 2 years ago today, it was a Sunday. It was torrential rain. And I was down on Ryde Seafront getting soaked to the skin. But all in the name of the live stream. I promised my audience I would be down there. I promised my audience I would live stream the scooter ride out. And live stream the scooter ride out I did. In the torrential rain. I had a little blue tarpaulin that I normally use that to cover up my shopping trolley when it's wet. But this time it covered me up because I'd just before the ride. So for those of you who don't know, bank holiday weekend is usually the scooterist weekend. And it was bank holiday weekend that weekend. And on we normally get, when we're not in a pandemic and lockdown, we normally get loads and loads and loads of scooterists come to our beautiful island, spending all their money on our island. So it's really good. Some people don't like them being here, but actually they spend an awful lot of money in our shops and our hotels and our bars and things like that. So it's and they have a wonderful time here on the island. And anybody who doesn't like it, it's like about 3 days, so people do need to get a bit of a life sometimes. So anyway, let's hang on, let's have a look. So as I said, I would go down on the Sunday. They do a ride out. So they start at the Super Bowl on Ryde Seafront, and they go off and they go up to Apley and back, or beyond Apley and back. And they toot their horns and lots of people line the route. Well, normally, most of the scooterists do it. But because it was torrential rain, a lot of the scooterists didn't do it. And just before the ride out, my camera shut down. It got wet and it shut down. And I'm thinking, my goodness, I've promised I'm going to do this. And my camera's shut down. I haven't got another camera. What am I going to do? Managed to get it going. Just in time. That ride out was only the ride out itself was less than 4 minutes long. The video I did was just over 4 minutes because I just did a little bit of talking at the end. So I didn't have much time to get this right. But I put the tarpaulin over my head. I fiddled with the camera and managed to keep the camera dry and get it going. 4 minutes later, we had loads of people sharing the broadcast because the scooterists are made up from all different scooter clubs all around the country. And this video is the most viewed video live stream I have ever done. In all the years of my live streaming, this was the one that did 20,000 views in 24 hours. And there are still people who say live stream doesn't work. The naysayers who still say it doesn't work. 20,000 views in 24 hours. Can you believe it? The scooterists shared, they shared, and of course there are lots of scooter clubs that they shared over 300 times. 333 times I think that video was shared. And just shows you sharing is caring. The magic is in the sharing. And not only did it go to 20,000 views in 24 hours, it now stands at over 27,000 views. It's a 4-minute video. It's probably one of the shortest ones I've ever done, but it's the one that has the most views. And if you want to laugh, you know, go and watch it and you'll see me there at the end of the video. I turn the camera around to me and you can see me under my blue tarpaulin, soaking wet. Absolutely soaked to the skin, but I delivered on my promise. So I promised I would do it, and I did. And now I'm going to take my glasses off, folks, because it's a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult seeing what I'm doing. And, you know, there we go. So let's have a look. No way to get Floyd to school. You don't drive and Mike works. Well, they have to come up with a solution then, don't they, Kaylee? It's not okay. So hopefully they will. Right, right, let's just have a look. Got up early today as we're expecting a parcel. It came at 5 p.m. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, no, come 5 p.m, no parcel. But got a message on Facebook from a lady. It turns out DHL had thrown your parcel over her fence into her back garden. Oh, my goodness. But luckily, whoops, she tracked you down and brought your parcel to your house for you. Aren't you lucky, Marianne? Because that's not okay. That's not what they're paid to do. They're not paid to lob parcels into people's gardens like that. But I'm glad you've got your parcel, Marianne. I'm very lucky here, mostly because I have the same driver for a lot of the different things that I order. She's Amazon. She's Hermie. I can't remember. She delivers for more than one company, so that's lovely. And she's very nice, and she doesn't start throwing my parcels about either. There we go. Yvonne's saying Dean's going to be busy for ages. He will be busy with, well, as soon as he's done the Jack and the Beanstalk, either he's going back to the Wonky Donkey or he's going on to something else. Hello, Dan. Dan is in the house, and I spotted a tweet, and Jackie was very pleased, I think, when I spotted a tweet that Dan tweeted today, and Dan tweeted and tagged me in the tweet, and he had a picture of Jackie's beautiful medals that she's done for Dan's the museum that Dan works at. And so I was able to share the tweet. I know a lot of my people are not on Twitter, so I shared it onto Facebook, and Jackie saw it over there and was very pleased, I think. So everybody's happy. That's good. So, right, let's have a look. Right. Have I had a good rest last night? And even I did, actually, Kath. I really did. I woke up bursting with energy this morning, and I don't know why. Because the storm hasn't really bothered me, or not that I thought it did. Maybe it did, but of course it was less windy last night. Today I ventured out into the garden to see what havoc the storm had wreaked with my plants. Late last night, I didn't dare look out the window. Normally at night time, I open my balcony door and I look out and just enjoy, looking at my garden at night time. And I didn't dare look out because I thought, oh my goodness, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what's gone on in the garden because I'm not going out there now to do anything about it. So I didn't, I left it. I brighten your day. Well, there we are. Look, sparkle, shiny, sparkle. And I've got a light. I'm sitting this way. I was sitting that way, and I didn't have the light on, but the light, is lighting my face. So hopefully it's lighting my tinsel as well. Sparkly, sparkly. So I'm glad I brighten your day. That's what I try to do. But yes, Kath, I did wake up. I did seem to have a lot more energy today. I've no idea why. I didn't do anything differently. I went to bed. In fact, no, I fell asleep in the chair, and then I woke up, and then I went to bed. And I don't know. I don't know why sometimes I sleep better than others, But anyway, I did. I had a good night's sleep and bursting with energy this morning. So there we go. Right, the free school has their own buses. Check if you can get a place on there. Right, okay. Right. Hopefully we can, between the community, can try and help each other over this bus business. There must be something that can be done. But I don't quite know what it is at the moment. Wonky Donkey will have to stay wonky for now. You're hoping to have it complete within a week from now, as busy with work, but we shall see. So, I'm naughty, am I? Yvonne, are you saying I'm naughty? You say it like that's not, you say it like that's news. You know I live on the naughty step, so what do you expect me to do? Be naughty. There we go. And Ian's putting some Chihuahua pictures in there and a little one with a hand up. Have you heard about the new COVID location for testing? No, I haven't. Do you know what? I'm shutting all that stuff out. I don't, if it's stupid, I don't want to know. There's too many stupid things going on at the moment. I mean, I try not to even listen to the news these days because, children have got to wear masks in high schools. People have got to wear things. I just can't deal with it all. So I'm just losing myself in my tinsel and my glitter and my cement and my knitting, because that way I'm having a good time. I know maybe that's a bit burying my head in the sand, but you know what? It works for me. But I'm also available if anybody wants to have a chat about some of the issues. But I really don't. I don't want to, get too tied up in the pandemic thing, because it sucks your energy. It takes your energy. I'm bursting with energy now, and if I get too wound up in all that stuff, my energy will suck, and then I won't be here to sing to you and to glitter for you and to sparkle for you. So there we are. So Floyd's been assigned a seat on a bus that doesn't even go near your house. How ridiculous. Really, really silly. I hope they actually can see this stupidity of all this, because why are these people in charge of things like this? These poor children, life is hard enough for them anyway without having all the stress of actually trying to get to school. My goodness, sorry, I'm on a hobby horse. Get off it, Lynn, get off. Hopefully you will get a response, Kaylee. Let us know how you get on. So Sarah's bought Harrison a balance bike today from a charity shop in town. Oh, that was a good find. You're having a really good week, aren't you, Sarah? And of course, the culmination of the week is going to be your beautiful wedding on Saturday. Hope you're going to get us lots of pictures. So there we are. Yeah, so there we go. It is silly, absolute silly, total shambles. Karen, I obviously missed your remark about the first date alone without your mum. But as Yvonne says, we're here for you, and do reach out if you need that, if you need us to be there for you. Just reach out, Karen. I can do something amusing. I'll try and do something amusing or whatever you want. Maybe you don't want amusing. Maybe you do. I don't know. Anyway, the big hugs are coming your way. I can see people sending in big hugs. Ian was watching the scooters and shared. Excellent, Ian. Thank you so much. There we go. Big hugs being sent. Thank you, Kathy, for that. Mitya, hello. Nice to see you in. Sarah could have given you could have given you a balance bike for nothing. Plus, you still have the box it came in. If you have a scooter here, never been used, still in the box if you want it. Excellent. That sounds nice. Watched and shared the kind of, thank you, Ian. So many things have gone on our island. And you know what? When I was looking back to find that video to share today, because I remembered that it was today, the anniversary of that live stream, I had to scroll back through so many live streams. I've done so many, and that was on the Isle of Wight page. Of course, on my own page, sometimes I do 2, 3 or 4 a day. So can you imagine? And I'm still trying to load them all up to YouTube as well, so that they're in YouTube as well as on Facebook. So there we go. So yes, Sarah would like the scooter. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Hello, David. Nice to see you in the house. You can prove you can fight. No matter what the weather. Absolutely, Ian. That one was, I think, almost, that was the wettest until last Christmas. And I got absolutely soaked as well last Christmas. And when I got soaked in Ryde, I live in Ryde, so it didn't take me long to get home and get in a nice hot bath. But when I got soaked at Christmas, of course it was winter time, it was freezing. I got soaked and freezing. I had to get home on the bus. Hello, Natasha, darling. My daughter's in the house. There we go. Hello, love. She's replying to Dean about his amazing... he's doing the Jack and the Beanstalk, Tasha. Yvonne's done you 5 currant buns, and she's done the sausages. And Tasha, look, there's your spaceship. Yeah, I don't think you've seen the spaceship, have you yet, Natasha? So there's the spaceship. There's my alien, but Lucy has made you 5 little aliens that will all fit inside, and there's a lid to go. Here's the lid that goes on the top. That's the lid that goes on the top of the spaceship, and it does fit. I've tried it. So there's lots of lovely things coming your way, Natasha. I have a feeling I'm going to have to come to the mainland sometime with a huge load of stuff, but there we go. Right. Okie dokie. Night, Leanne and Janet. Of course, they've had a busy day today. They've been at Leanne's MRI scan, so hopefully they will get some answers and results very soon. But it's obviously been a tiring day. Good night, Hazel. You've had a long day as well. Night, no problem. So there we are. Dan saying hello. They're going to look brilliant on the display. That's medals. That's knitted medals. And of course, Jackie had a lovely ball of sparkly wool. Ahead of National Glitter Day, she had some sparkly wool. So she put her sparkly wool on her medals. I used some of my sparkly wool before that on Mary Mary, if you remember. I did Mary Mary quite controlling, and I made her silver bells with beautiful sparkly wool. And I don't know if they're still up in Sandown. I know some of our boards came down because they were getting tatty, but Mary Mary went up after the others, so she might still be up or she might be down. It doesn't matter. Lots of people will have seen it and enjoyed it. So got to go snail shopping tomorrow to get supplies for the new snail. What do you have to get for a snail? He shouldn't have been sent as he's still young. He's only a couple of days old and still vulnerable. He's in need of calcium, so got crushed eggshells for him. Okay, right. I don't know much about snails at all, so I'm in for an education here. But I'm always willing to learn. Dan saying thank you to Jackie for the medals. They're going to look great. Excellent. And Jackie, I think it was your... wasn't it your wait a minute, I can't remember which flowers went on which. I think it was daffodils you sent me, wasn't it, Jackie, that went on. They were on a lovely board, and Kaz got a picture of that board the other day. So there we go. Right. Parcel was your 2 pairs of boots from Cuckoo Bird. So lucky it wasn't anything breakable. Absolutely, yes. If they go flinging it about, that's not good, is it? My parcel from the works yesterday, it had obviously stood in a puddle because one end of the box was very wet and it had started to come apart, but nothing was missing, fortunately. So I was okay. Nothing was broken either. So that was good. Right, there we go. Right, Yvonne's saying he will flourish with you, Chantel. Well, Chantel obviously knows about snails, fortunately, so she knows what to do. There we go. Not being on Twitter was surprised you put the picky up. Oh, well, Jackie, I don't go on Twitter an awful lot, but I hopped over there, and of course Dan had tagged me as well, so it came up. I got a message that it was there. Loads of pics on Saturday, excellent, from the wedding. We're looking forward to that, Sarah. What did I... Oh, did I have things to show? Let's have a look and see. There we are. Yes, Kath's saying be kind to yourself, Karen, and do reach out. There's people here who will happily chat to you either online or on the phone. And you know I'll do that. If I'm awake, Karen, you know I'll do that, because we did have a conversation, didn't we, on that first day, because you spotted my little green dot. I was online, and so I was happy for you to chat with me. That was fine. So do please reach out, but not just me. Other people are willing to do it as well. So that's good. Natasha's loving the idea of the Jack in the Beans. I'm way behind on the comments, aren't I? Sorry, folks. Lucy, can't wait to see your little aliens. Haha, I've seen them. I had a sneak preview of the aliens, and they're looking very good. Put a picture in the group of the aliens. You've just got to put the antennae thingies. The antennae thingies. That's very... I don't know what you call them. Just antennae? I don't know. I would call them thingies as well. The means flyaway Lynn. So when you go to the mainland, because ferries and hovercraft are having trouble, you can use your alien spaceship and fly in. Oh, I could travel by a spaceship, can I? I think I'm a little bit big to get in that spaceship, Tegan, really. I know I lost weight in the lockdown, but I didn't lose that much weight. They eat veggies, and once or twice a week they need protein. So they get soaked dog biscuits. They need cuttlefish bone that pet birds get. Oh, I know, yes. And they need warmth at 27 degrees centigrade, and they love it humid. Excellent. How long have you been looking after snails, Chantel? You're an animal nerd. It doesn't matter, does it? Whatever works for you. That's what I like. Everybody can do whatever works for them. Let's have a look. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Absolutely, Ian. You're bang on there. Let's have a look. Have we got... Oh, right. Let me have a look. Is Ruby in the house? Ruby, are you in the house? Anyway, because Ruby's getting ready to move to the Isle of Wight. She thinks it might be mid-October when she moves here. And she's going to be very near here. And I think I've got to make sure there's room on the naughty step. Because I think Ruby and I will spend a lot of time being on the naughty step together. Anyway, no Andrew tonight. Maybe he's watching, but maybe he can't comment. He's got his page back, but I don't think he can comment in the groups, Kath. I think he couldn't comment in the group, but he got his page back. So I'm not quite sure. I don't think Tracy's in tonight, is she? You've been looking after snails for 5 years. What's the lifespan of a snail? I've no idea, but I'm sure Chantel will tell us. Is Tracy in? Can anybody tag Tracy in? Because I'm going to show what her girls made when they were in my garden. Well, I made the cement shapes, but they had a great time. And as it's National Glitter Day, I'm going to show you that, we're very glittery. Sarah's had a cat, and adopted one from your mum when she passed. So I don't have any pets. These are my pets. All the hang on, let's put that out the way. Up here, these are all my pets here. So anyway, look. So I made some cement shapes, and Tracy's girls. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. Tracy's girls have painted them. So look, we've got painted and glittered. And I have glittery grass. And I have glittery pavement, and I don't mind at all when these things get glittered. So there's another nice one with some nice gold glitter in the middle. So these were just little heart-shaped molds there, and then we've got we had some star ones as well. There we go. I've noticed if I don't put the shape down flat, or if I'm not careful, the shape it expands and doesn't actually make a very uniform shape. So if you are doing these things, folks, make sure you put them down carefully on the table, otherwise they'll go a funny shape. Here's a beautiful oh, I mustn't put it over my tea or I'll get glitter in my tea, and that's one thing I don't want. I don't mind glitter everywhere, but I don't want glitter in my tea. There we go. So look, beautiful little rose there. Hang on, let me see. How rude, your cat just tried to steal Jack and run off. Dear, oh dear. Let's have a look. You believe in looking after all God's creatures, but you must admit you would draw the line at beetles when they come indoors. They go back out sharpish. Oh, I had something land on, some flying thing came in and land on my arm, and I just shook it off and hoped it went out again, but I don't know if it did. I don't think I'd like... My son ended up looking after somebody's snake once, and I have to say I wasn't very keen. I did keep my beady eye on it and make sure it was always in its, whatever you call it, cage. They don't have a cage, do they? It was a glass-fronted thing. But I, you know, wasn't over keen on having a snake in the house. So they can live up to 10 years. Oh my goodness, that's a long time. I wouldn't have thought they would live so long as that. Your last one sadly passed as he had a heat mat malfunction, and during the night the enclosure got way too cold. Oh bless. And he went into hibernation and didn't come out. They were 3 and 1. Okay. Sarah's saying there, because Dean said his cat's just tried to run off with the Jack and the Beanstalk, and Sarah's saying what a good job it wasn't the circus mice that he knitted. Very funny. We had 2 cats once. One was 18 and the other was 16 before going over the Rainbow Bridge. We have now 2 little poodles. Okie dokie. 10 years is amazing for a snail, isn't it? I would have thought. Who knew we would be talking about snails and things like that? Doesn't matter. It's fine. These conversations go in all sorts of directions, from glitter to snails, from all sorts of things, from giants and beanstalks to cats running off and wonky donkeys. What a lot of things we cover, don't we? And don't forget, folks, if you're enjoying it, and, you know, if you enjoy my madness and you enjoy being all part of it, please share. Hit the share button, because then more people can come and join in and have a little bit of fun here. I think it will take us a long time before we get shared 333 times. I think that's what the scooter one was shared. I think it was 333 times it got shared. But I think that might be a bit challenging for us on an evening one. Happy Glitter Day, thank you. I didn't even know it was Glitter Day. How did I miss that one? I think it was Pauline when I was doing my afternoon broadcast. I went out in the garden. I went in the garden to update you on how Storm Francis had attacked my garden, but it wasn't too bad actually, and I managed to salvage. I don't think I lost any plants. One of the little planters went upside down and tipped all the plants out, but it was still in its shape, and I was able to put it back in and just give them a little touch up, and, you know, a little bit of TLC and a little bit of a chat. There we go. O'Brien's the name of the Magic Roundabouts now. Yes, and I've got the pattern for the Magic Roundabout characters. So there we go. One poodle got to the good old age of 18. Oh my goodness. There we go. What was the name of the... Yeah, Brian was the name. That's it. Yes, it was Brian. You're right. Brian the snail. And Dougal. Dougal was the dog. And Ermintrude... and Florence, wasn't it? I think. Have I missed it? Who have I missed out? I've missed some out. I'm sure I have. You got your new guy on a glove with hot water in, and you sprayed the little tub, so he's loving it. Oh, you are spoiling him, aren't you, Chantel? But that's what they're for, isn't it? Isn't that what they're for? You do what you like. If you want to spoil them, why not? Didn't even, hang on, oops, they're going fast now. Lucy, didn't even notice till you said that, need, what? Know what I mean? Oh, I've missed something there. I don't know what Dean and Lucy are talking about. I'm sure it makes sense to them anyway. Oh, you only know because I heard in your broadcast this afternoon. Yes, Mags, I only knew because I heard in my broadcast this afternoon. Just think, if I hadn't live streamed this afternoon, I wouldn't have known it was National Glitter Day. Oh, and that would have been a tragedy if I woke up tomorrow and found out it was National Glitter Day today. I would have been very sad that I'd missed it. Hello, Tracy. I'm glad they... No, it's all right. I wanted you tagged. Zebedee, that's right. Zebedee. I wanted you tagged because Tracy... Oh, I better do my glasses. This is how I presented tonight. Because it's National Glitter Day. And I was showing off your girl's beautiful work. Look. Dylan the Rabbit, yes, absolutely. So, look, we've got glitter on these lovely things that Tracy's girls were doing. Look, we have beautiful painting and then beautiful glitter. And as I say, I've got glittery grass, and I've got glittery path, but I don't mind because I love glitter. I bet you can't all say that you've got glittery glitter. First of all, you can't say glittery grass very easily, and I bet you haven't got glittery grass, most of you. So there we go. What else have we got? Oh, that one hasn't got it. Oh, yes, it has. It's got glitter on the other side. Look, it's not got glitter on that side. It's got glitter there. Look at that. Brian was the snail. He was indeed. Hello, Bex. Nice to see you. And then we got, look, there we go. Some more glitter. Lots and lots of glitter. Is Ruby here? I thought she was. Did she fall asleep? Ruby, are you there? Don't know. So look, there we are. I made a thinner one. I didn't put so much cement in that one. A little heart. It's got glitter on it. I don't know if you can see. Can you? Yes. There we go. What else have I got in here? Oh, a very gunged up pair of scissors. I think they need a little bit of a clean up. That's the trouble though. When you get doing cement work, it gets a bit messy. You haven't even got any grass. Okay, there we go. Ooh, you didn't know that, and you painted your toenails glittery last night, but you're not sending a pic. Oh, why not? No, we want to see Tracy's toenails. And then, oh, this was just a little fun thing I did. I made this with an egg box. I just filled an egg box with some cement, just for a bit of fun, and I thought we could use them as weights or all sorts of, who knows what we're going to use any of these for. But you just wait and see, because it will become evident to me. Look, there's another nice shiny one. And while I'm over here, I have got something. It's not glittery, but Lucy and I had a bit of a giggle about it. I'm going to show you my pudding, because I think some of you. I'm going to take these off. Some of you saw my. Whoops! Oh dear. Glitter fell in my drawer, but fortunately the lid was on it. And the drawer was open. The party popper drawer. Could you imagine if this got all over the party poppers? I'd pop the poppers and the glitter would come all everywhere. Yes, I was telling Lucy that I'd harvested probably the last of the goodies out of the garden. So I got some potatoes today, and I got some carrots and a cucumber that I left out there last night. I harvested them and forgot to bring them in, but they were still sitting there on top of a pot. So I brought them in, and then I harvested my my pudding. And we had a bit of a giggle about this, because do you want to see what my pudding is? Yeah, I'm going to show. I'm going to show my pudding. Look, here's my pudding. Look, one strawberry. I said, well, I'm going to have it with some yogurt. Do you think there's enough space on the plate for yogurt, or in the dish for yogurt? So, but I tell you what, when they're homegrown, they're absolutely delicious. So I will savour this in a minute, but I saved it. I'm sort of psyching myself up for my pudding after the broadcast. So I thought I would just show you. And then I'm going to have some yogurt, and I might be devilish, and I might put some nuts on the top. And yeah, no, I better not eat it all at once. I might choke, mightn't I? But I tell you what, my strawberry plants were new this year, but they've put out lots of runners, and I've managed to secure the runners. He's got his own strawberry. Look. I think he's got a much bigger strawberry. He's got his own strawberry. He's not having mine, I can tell you. But in the story, he has more than one strawberry, doesn't he? So I've got to knit some more strawberries. And today I was trying to decide whether to knit or whether to make some cement craft, and I didn't do either. I did a lot of other things. I did some tidying up. I did some sorting and cleaning in my flat. So there we are. That was, you know, I'm surprised I'm not flat out lying in a darkened room because of that. But there you go. So you can keep your strawberry. Yuck. It's lovely. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. You could use the strawberry as a lolly and dip it in the yogurt. I could. Do you know what? I could dip it in some chocolate, couldn't I? I could dip it in chocolate. Have chocolate and yogurt. What about that? I don't know. You know, it could be good, couldn't it? Don't need it. Mr. Ben was one of your favourite. There you were talking about Mr. Ben, Magic Roundabout and all that. Let's have a look. Did I miss much over there? You have the DVD. Even wait a minute. You have an even amount of animals instead of odd. I know how. And you have 6 pets: a dog, a snail, 2 rabbits, and 2 elderly gerbils. Okie dokie. There we go. Oh, Yvonne's got a pattern for Snoop, Woodstock, and Charlie Brown. Oh right, okay. There we go. Right, so I think we've caught up there. You like Mr. Ben, and his magic wardrobe. There we go. Let's have a look. Let's see if we've caught up. I'm going to have a swig of my tea. Can you not see? Is my mouth watering really? Because I haven't been able to eat it yet. I had to save it, you know, because I wanted to show you. I didn't save the potatoes to show you. I've taken a photograph of those, but I was hungry. I wanted some tea, so I had my own homegrown potatoes, and I did them with garlic butter. And then I did a lovely vegetable curry, and I got the main part of that recipe from Kaylee way back, right at the beginning, almost at the beginning of the pandemic, when I started doing all these lovely cooking things. And Richard also gave me a very similar recipe that Kaylee gave me. So I've had a lot of those curries, vegetable curries, delicious, and it was really delicious tonight. I put chickpeas in it as you know, as the recipe, but I've never had dried chickpeas before, and I didn't know what to do. They were in a packet, and I knew obviously you had to make them wet somehow to go in, and I had to Google it to see. Is that was that Corrie coming in there? Did I see Corrie coming in? I think I saw Corrie coming in. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on. Oh, dip your strawberry in Prosecco. That would be okay, but I don't have any Prosecco here. Night, night, Tegan. There we go. Oh, Andrew's here. He is there. Hello, Andrew. We thought you weren't able to get in. We weren't sure. A knitted Mr. Bean and Teddy. Mr. Ben and Teddy and girlfriend would be fantastic. Excellent. So Kathy fancies the strawberry in Prosecco. You remember when the kids were small, we used to go strawberry picking. It was one in their mouths and one in the basket. Yes, I've sort of almost given up on the blackberries because the weather's been bad, and I don't know if there are any left on there. But I've got raspberries and all sorts of fruit in the freezer, and I have tinned fruit as well. Am I a veggie? No, not really, but very much leaning that way, Carol. I don't eat very much meat at all. I do eat a little bit of meat, but not very much at all now. So I am very much more a veggie than not. I was watching Bad Girls, the musical, with your mum on YouTube. Oh, that's fine, Andrew. No, if you were doing family time, most important. We thought that you were maybe locked out again. So there we go. So let's have a look. Vegetarian, Lily, absolutely. Proud veggie there. Excellent. Those blackberries were lovely. I'm glad they were, Sarah. I have got a few in the freezer. I did freeze some, and I'm just waiting for if my brother has got some windfall apples that I can put with my blackberries. I will have them as stewed apple and blackberry, and again, I'll have it with yogurt. I eat a lot of Greek yogurt, so don't do crumble because of obviously the you know, I don't have ordinary flour. Can you make crumble with coconut flour? Now, I must look that up and see, because if I can, then I could have crumble, couldn't I? So I haven't seen that one. Andrew, is it good? What was the... There we go. Fab, based on the TV show of Bad Girls. Excellent. So what I was saying something else and I got distracted. I've forgotten. They went with 2 cooking apples and turned it into a crumble. Excellent. Could never be vegan as you can't have cheese. No, see, I couldn't go that route. I couldn't go without my cheese. I have had vegan cheese actually, Chantel, but I don't think it's quite as nice as the non-vegan cheese. You reckon I can, do you? Okay, we'll see. So I'm just going to put all these cement pieces back into this bowl off my desk. Tomorrow, I think I am going to... I have to go out tomorrow afternoon. I just have to go and do something that I can't do without going out. I'm not going into details because it's not something I want to put out here, but there is something I need to go and do. So I'm going to venture out. Hopefully I won't meet too many people on the way or on the way back. So there we go. You're a cheeseaholic. I am too. I am, Chantel. Choose is Yvonne's weakness as well. There we go. Lots of us are cheeseaholics. Have you? Oh no, seen Bad Girls the Musical. No, I haven't. So anyway, let's do Butterfly Whispers now. And I have the ladders coming tomorrow. Ruby, if you're in the house, but I think you might have fallen asleep or gone off to pack and do other things. I got there first, Carol. I said it first. Andrew, it's National Glitter Day. And I didn't have glitter, so I went for tinsel instead. No, I'm not going up on the ladder, Tracy. I've got ladders. Phil's going to bring the ladders tomorrow. Oh, you mean ooh when I'm going out, or ooh when I'm with the ladders? I've got ladders coming tomorrow, ready for Mark to go up the ladders to put the cameras up. Yes, I'm Tracy, I'll message you afterwards as to what I'm doing. Right, let's have a look. 4 months to Boxing Day, folks. I just thought I'd throw that one in because I can. Well, somebody told us it was yesterday. It was 4 months to Christmas Day, didn't they? So there we go. Oh, me going out? Yes. No, I'm going to be very careful. I'm very sensible, Tracy. But it's something I can't do. It's not something I can do online. And when I tell you why, you'll understand. Right. It said, oh, here we are. Look, feel the fear and do it anyway, except I'm not fearful of going out. All right. I just have been sensible and staying, but I'm not fearful of going out tomorrow because I'm going to be very, very sensible. Okay. Feel the fear and do it anyway. My 10-year-old daughter is a bit of a worrywart. Or so I thought. Yesterday, we went to the water park and braved the boomerang. I told Liberty, I'll go first, darling, so I'll be at the bottom when you get there. She was so desperate to experience the ride, but I knew it was an extreme drop and wanted to be there to console her when she landed at the end. It frightened me, but to my surprise, she loved every second of it. Even though she was fearful, she didn't want to look silly in front of the others. She rode it again with much enthusiasm. It just goes to show if we do what we fear, it might not turn out too badly, and we might even enjoy the ride. Like me on the ride slide. I really didn't want to do it, and then I got talked into doing it because there was going to be some money up for grabs for charity if I did. So I did. I felt the fear and did it anyway. Got wet because it was a water slide, but never mind. Fear is false evidence appearing real, so we shouldn't let it stop us from doing what we want. Feel the fear and do it anyway. So there we go, folks. Let's have a look. What did I miss? Do you have? I have a mask, Carol. I bought a pack of 10 masks. Not that I was planning to go out at that stage when I bought them, but I knew that at some stage I might have to go out to do something, and tomorrow is one of those days. So I have got. So I've used one, and the rest are in my bag, in my handbag. So yes, I have got masks. Thank you very much. You've got a hat like that, got it in Blackpool, and it lights up. Mine doesn't light up. Oh, I can put some lights on it, I suppose. Hang on. Bet that tinsel is getting annoying now. It's not too bad, actually. I did think it might scratch my neck, but it's not. Watched Orange is the New Black with your mum. Excellent. Ailey. You think you've clicked already? What have you clicked? What have you clicked already, Tracy? Have you all voted for the steep? Is it Steep Hill Cove pub? It's the Steep Hill Cove pub in Ventnor. Can somebody put the link up? We need all the votes we can get for that. It's been shortlisted in the top. It's in the last 10. There were over 1,000 nominations for the pub with the best garden or the best outside area, and they are in the final 10. And of course, if they win, it puts more eyeballs on the Isle of Wight. It's great for our tourism. It's great for the pub as a local business. So we want to win. And because we are Team Awesome, if you haven't voted, please can you vote? Spyglass, sorry. Thank you. I thought I was saying it wrong. Sarah, thank you so much. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. So if somebody could put the link up, and if you can share it as well, it takes less than a minute to vote. So if you could go on and why I said that, I knew it began with an S and I knew it was an in, the Spyglass Inn. So please, folks, vote for that. This time 2 years ago, we were still, I think we just finished voting for the Ride Carnival to be the most popular in the country. And Team Awesome made it happen. Last year, we were voting for Bembridge to be the best village and Sandown to be the best seafront, was it? What was Sandown? The best beach? Was it the best beach? And Team Awesome, you did it again. We've done so many things where you've just come up trumps. How many years ago was it? Was it 2-3 years ago that we were voting for Bodster, our local charity on the Isle of Wight that helps dementia patients with using ponies, and they were up for 50,000 lottery funding, and guess what? Team Awesome, you did it. You did it. Spyglass, thank you, Pauline. So you voted and shared. Lots of you voted and shared, but please share again. Even if you've shared once, share again, because maybe not all your people were watching the first time. So maybe, you share again and few more people might see it. Carol used to live in Blackpool. It's the illumination switch on this weekend. They are doing the switch online this year. Excellent. Glad they haven't abandoned it. That's good. When we lived at home in our big house when I was little, lots of lights in that place, and my family used to say, switch the lights off, it's not Blackpool Illuminations. And the other day I saw something on Facebook, all these funny things you see on Facebook, and it was about lots of phrases. Did your parents ever say this? And it was all phrases like that, switch it off, it's not Blackpool Illuminations. Excellent. So there we go. Thank you, Lucy, you voted and shared. And again, even if you voted, maybe you could share again. Share on, if you're on more than one platform, you could share to Twitter, you could share to Facebook if you're on more than one. If you're not on more than one, just share it more than once on one of those. So there we go. Because we want them to win. They've extended Blackpool Illuminations. They are on for ages this year. That's good, isn't it? So there we go. I think that we're going to have GoLiveGranny community illuminations down here at Christmas time. I've never done Christmas lights here. I've only got little windows up here. I've got a little balcony, but I've got windows here and windows in my bedroom. The middle room's got a dormer window, and the back's got dormer windows. So I haven't got a lot, and I've never bothered much. But I think this year we might have some illuminations down there around the garden. Tracy's saying her house looks like a Blackpool illuminations. You're always saying that to the kids. Turn the lights off. We don't live in Blackpool. And you know what? When my divorce went through, when my first husband and I divorced, we were living in a fairly biggish house. And when he left, I stayed in the house with the children, and he moved out. And I counted up, and there were 66 light bulbs, I think, on my ground floor. And, you know, I started putting all the lights off. And it was obviously him who left them on, because the electricity bill went right down after we were putting the lights off that we didn't use. So there we go. Shut the door. You're not born in a barn. Absolutely, that was another one of those things. Wow, Harrison walked up Union Street all the way today for the first time. For any of you who don't live in Ryde or have never been to Ryde, Union Street is like that. The sea is at the bottom, and the shops go right up. That was really good, because he's only 2 and he's only got little legs. You come out with all these sayings. You can have Christmas decorations on the wall. Absolutely. And also, when Mark comes, I'm going to ask him about putting the Go Live Granny community sign up. The lovely sign that Corrie sent. You see, it's got a string on it, and I was going to string it over there's some hooks out there, but good job I didn't, because Storm Francis would have smashed it against the wall and it might be in pieces. So I don't want that to happen to it. So we're going to look at a different way of fastening it, see how we can do it. Go Live Granny Community Garden Illuminations would be fantastic. Absolutely. You miss seeing it this year, as you don't expect to go to Blackpool. No, okay, probably not a good idea. And Yvonne's saying, bless Harrison, he's looking very grown up. And as I say, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, when my daughter was sending me pictures of her children, one of them I had to do a double take. The middle one, well, there's the twins, and then there's the 10-year-old. She looked so grown up. I did a double take. I thought, who's that? Oh my goodness, it's my granddaughter. There we go. Carol finds it hard. I find it hard to go up. I don't go up the hill. I go down. If I go down, I then get on the bus at the bottom, because I got a bus pass, and I come up by bus and get off further up if I need to be back at the top. There we go. It is a beautiful sign, isn't it? Corrie thought that would be wonderful, and yes, it will be. So I don't know if you can see. Sorry, we got a light shining. Can you see? There we go. So it says, welcome to the Go Live Granny Community Garden, established 2020. And there are lots of plans for the Go Live Granny Community Garden. So all sorts of different things through the seasons. Don't forget, we've got the little houses. And for those of you who didn't see my live stream this afternoon, I was undoing... I took some more of those out of the moulds, but they are still damp. So I'm going to have to bring the cement work inside to do, because it's far too damp for this. It's not drying out. Even though I mixed the sand and the cement, it's still not drying out very quickly. So and you know, that will hold up the production of the garden gnomes. If I can only do one at a time anyway, till I mend the second mould. I've got to find a plaster or something to stick over the hole in the second mould. So I'm down to making one gnome each time. And I think we need to rev up the production. Put it in a frame and screw it to the wall. Yeah, I did think about something like that. I wasn't quite sure. I thought I'd ask Mark his advice. Sarah. Apparently the range are launching the Christmas range aisle in a few weeks. Far too early. Of course it's far too early. A plaque unveiling would be a lovely live stream. It would, wouldn't it? We could put a curtain up over it and actually do the unveiling of the plaque. That would be wonderful. I had a naming of the Navy Nora, my new shopping trolley that's come seat that the community funded, and I it had to be sent to my daughters because they didn't send to the island. And this was before lockdown, just before lockdown. I went to my daughters and we had a naming ceremony in the street. My grandchildren helped me name it. We had party poppers and bubbles, I think. We did a naming ceremony in the street. So, you know, you've got to do these things. Cement it to the wall. Great idea, Yvonne. Absolutely. I would have to get the cement consistency right or it might fall off. I think I would need advice on that one. So you went every year until you were 18. You miss it. Do you know, I've never been to see the Blackpool Illuminations. How bad is that? What an admission. Just something that we never did. Cut the ribbon so you can all come in. Some of you have been in already. There we go. Oh, and Kath grew up near Manchester, so she used to go. You need a VIP to do the unveiling. I am the VIP, Sarah. maybe we could get a local dignitary. I know a local dignitary who's bringing me a ladder. Maybe he could do it. We'll see. You love Christmas. Never too soon for you. I know, Yvonne. I think lots of us are like that. We love our Christmas. Kath was a street. Was that Kath? Who was a street pastor? Oh no, Carol was a street pastor in Blackpool. You can't imagine the things we saw on a Saturday. I think we probably can. Perhaps we don't want to imagine it. What's this? B&M in Newport today have started putting their Christmas bits out already. Oh my goodness me. That is, I think August is just a little bit early. But I'll tell you, when I was teaching, I used to knit finger puppets for my for the children in my class because obviously I didn't have a family. I was working and I was teaching, and I knitted finger puppets. And then I used to knit little Father Christmas finger puppets, and I used to start them on the beach in August because obviously if I was working full time, I didn't have as much time as I have now. And I remember sitting on the beach knitting Father Christmases so that I get them all done. Kath, you were from Derbyshire. That's where my son lives, in Derbyshire now. Your uncle was one here in Newport, but I don't think he's doing it now. No, so we have got street pastors or had street pastors in Ryde. I expect it's still happening, but I haven't seen much about it. Living in Bolton is only an hour away. You get used to the way people are, but know what you mean. Okie dokie. And Kath from Oldham. Solar lights in your garden would be good for dark night. Yeah, absolutely, Ian. That's something it is on the wish list. It will happen at some stage. The next thing on the wish list is I'm longing to have some wonderful shingle out there around the pots. You know, something that finishes it off and makes it look that bit nicer. But of course, I had to buy a washing machine. Well, my kids bought the washing machine, and I'm paying in 3 installments to my son. So I've paid the first installment because he put it on his card, and I will pay the next installment next month, and then the 3rd installment after that. But you know, hopefully. Is that a project for you and your 3, putting lights in the GoLiveGranny community garden? It does sound like it. You've already done it, Tracy. They've put some lights on my little balcony, my Juliet balcony here. I've got some lights there already, and they're still twinkling away. But yes, we do need lights around the garden. So that's also on the wish list at some stage. Isn't it wonderful now you've got these wonderful solar lights that you can do that? And Tracy, of course, did put all the illuminations up on this time last year. We were about to do the carnival float, the GoLiveGranny community carnival float. It was very purple. I will share the live stream of it. Very, very purple indeed. Very purple and very sparkly, as you might imagine. And so we did the main carnival, and then on the Saturday, Tracy and her girls came. They helped. Ruby was helping with the main carnival float, and Tracy and her girls, and then Tracy and her girls came again on Saturday. Ruby had to go back to the mainland, but Tracy was down here. The carnival float was parked where the garden is now. So I'm afraid if we have another carnival float another time, it won't be able to park there unless I move all the pots over. But I have visions of, I used to look out down here, and there was Tracy on the carnival float putting up all the lights, and we got people I got local businesses to sponsor the lights. There's a local business called Bright Bulb, and they're a great business. They do websites, they do lots of PR stuff and all that sort of thing, and branding for people. And I said, would you like to sponsor some bulbs for our carnival float? Because Bright Bulb, you know, it just went with the bright bulbs, and they sponsored some lovely solar lights, and we put in return I put a great big sign of theirs on the carnival float. You thought you better officer, at least you can stay on the ground this time. Maybe, yes, not up on a lorry. We had a bit of a joke about it, didn't we, Tracy? But Tracy, do you know what? It was 2 years ago yesterday that I came down to the Kessie Kindness Day. So I don't know, is that when we met, Tracy? Did we meet first at the Kessie Kindness Day, or did I know you before that? Because I was watching back a live stream, another live stream. Not only, I've been watching the ride out, which was 2 years ago today, but there was another one that was 2 years ago that I did 2 years ago today, talking about the Kessie Kindness. And I didn't know how to pronounce it then. I was a bit fluffed with the pronunciation. My goodness, the hearts and the love is all going mad. Solar lights you have in your garden, it's fantastic. You also have a solar light that looks like a flame. Oh, right, okay. We do, hang on, sorry, I've missed it. Thought I said you were going to hide if she asked you to do the lights. She volunteered. Didn't you hear her volunteer? Oh dear. You should set up an Amazon wish list, Lynn, so the community can help if you like. Do you know what? I think I have got an Amazon wish list. I think I have. I think I put some things on it, but just because I wanted a list of things that I thought I might want. So we could do some of that. People are very kind and very generous. I don't want people always to think that you know, we're always wanting stuff. But if people want to help, it is all part of a community thing, and it's, you know, it's also my Patreon anniversary. So it's when I joined Patreon, and I have 1 or 2 people sponsor me through that. Again, it's all to buy things like the battery packs and the cables and things, because if those will break, then I wouldn't be able to stream. So you know, people have been kind and generous in helping to keep the broadcasts going. And of course, if those of you who buy through Amazon use the GoLiveGranny Amazon affiliate link, that puts a few pennies more, so that helps keep it going as well. And I've just become an affiliate for some of the other favourite businesses of mine. I'm only promoting things that I believe in. I won't be going out there saying, oh, you know, this is good and this is good. I only promote what I actually believe in. So, you know, don't think I'm going off on attack of just doing a whole load of stuff that I don't believe in, because it wouldn't work. Oh, wait a minute. We have street pastors in Ryde and Newport. They are both out this week. I'm a prayer pastor now, so you get to stay in the warm. I like that idea, Carol. Good idea. So, all right, okay. Let's have a look. You thought you better offer. At least you can stay on the ground. Oh, yes, we've had that one. Change subject, Tracy. Don't think there will be a darts season this winter, will there? No, it was before. Oh, it was before we had. Sorry, you're answering me there. Yes. So in the broadcast, Tracy, I alluded to somebody who'd asked me to go and live stream. So Tracy, was it you that actually sent that message to me to say, would I come down and live stream the Kessie Kindness Day? Because somebody asked me, and that's why I went. And I have a feeling it's probably you. Amazon wish list for your 70th birthday for Christmas gift. Dear, oh dear. Hello, Linda. Nice to see you. We're missing your fun day this year, but we are doing other things. We're raising funds for a new piece of equipment for the park, as next year is the 5-year anniversary of this. This is for those of you who knew, this is in memory of a little girl, Kessie who's not with us anymore, but in her memory, they are making lots of other children smile, which is amazing. They're doing amazing work over at the Kessie Kindness charity in the park for the little children of East Cowes. That's amazing. That's great. No, don't. Hang on. Right. Off to the island of Arran next week and can't wait. That's lovely. Have a wonderful time. It was you, Tracy. I thought it was when I was watching the broadcast. I thought that's got to have been Tracy who asked me. So so it's 2 years. We've known each other 2 years. My goodness, time flies. And now, you know, how many times do you volunteer to come and do things in the garden, you and your girls? It's amazing what you've done. Thank you so much. I'm so glad we did meet. And Tracy, how actually did you find out about me? Had you seen the broadcast or did somebody else tell you about me? Always like to know where it goes back to. I know exactly where I met Yvonne. I met Ruby online. And a lot of you I've met online first before I've met you in real life. You don't wish for things. I'm a wait and see person. Okie dokie. Some of us are you know, wishes, and some of us are wait and see. So there we go. Lost count how long you've known Sarah. Yes, I don't know how long we've known each other. Quite a long time, haven't we? I can't even begin to think how far back our friendship goes. Hopefully you have a phone signal next week so you can live stream on the island of Arran. That would be good because I've never been to the island of Arran, so I would love to see that. Anyway, folks, it's gone 11:30. You're getting more more bang for your buck, as they say. Not that it's, you know, it's because it's a freebie here. But what do I mean? I mean, I used to do an hour's broadcast, and since the lockdown we've gone on and on. Some of them have gone on so long that actually Facebook wouldn't let me save them because they were so long. They said you can't save it, it's too long. So there we go. Hopefully you have oh yes, definitely when you did my book. Yes, oh my goodness, it was when I was selling books. Well, I was selling books up till about 2009. So I haven't been selling books for 11 years. So I've known you more than 11 years, Sarah. My goodness, that's a long time, isn't it? A few vlogs will be made next week, as well as going geocaching. Excellent. It's okay, Lynn, and it's nice to do things and that people appreciate it. It was actually Mo. I saw your broadcast on her Facebook a while before I asked you. Ah, right, yes, because of course Mo and I have done a lot of things together. Mo is a hobby photographer, and I saw a beautiful picture that she'd taken of a robin, and that bit a friendship grew from an online picture of a robin, and then that friendship grew. And of course, Tracy and Mo were friends, and they'd known each other a long time. So obviously, that's now how Tracy, and I see more of Tracy now than I do of Mo. But Mo has done a lot of photography on some of the events where I'm doing the live stream. We've stood in the boiling hot together, and we stood in the freezing cold together, getting all the pictures, you know, to share. So there we go. Could we donate to keeping the broadcast going for your birthday? Kath, it's up to you. I mean, you know, I don't want to ask people for anything, but I'm sure that if you want to, because, you know, I love to do things to entertain you. I want to keep being here, you know, and at the moment my phone is doing well. It'll be 2 years old at Christmas, and 2 years ago at Christmas my phone was giving up. There was no way I could suddenly lay out for a new phone, being a pensioner, and a local business sponsored my phone, and so that, you know, very grateful to them for that. But obviously I can't go back and say, hey, my phone is wearing out. You know, at the moment we're fine, and I do have the tablet as well, although I did try to broadcast through the tablet and the quality wasn't as good. So, you know, at the moment we're ticking over all right. It is a bit bashed. It gets so worked so hard, but at the moment it's still okay. Did I look into getting a PO box address? I haven't done any more about it than than when we talked on it before. So let's have a look. Sorry, I've missed some comments there. Let's have a look. Taking Logan shoe shopping tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. Oh no. Hope it goes well, Marianne, though. Right, Carol's off to bed. Restless night. My back has been aching. Oh my goodness. Take care. Try and try and rest up. Stay safe. Melissa was small when you met, and she's 15 this. Oh right, okay. So you're about 13 years, you reckon? Excellent. Maybe donate to the same page Richard set up. Well, possibly yes. Talk to Richard, because obviously I'm not in control of that. That was all done with. That was done. Not my idea. The community wanted to do it, and oops, wrong side. Here's my cameras. There's my cameras, and the Go doorbell is down the bottom, and I know there was some stuff going on, but I don't know what everybody's up to. There is some shenanigans going on behind the scenes, nothing to do with me. So Kath, maybe talk to Richard about it if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Love to sponsor some solar lights or something. Andrew, that would be very kind of you, because of course it is for the community, and that's why I keep going out and sharing the garden with you, because it is a community garden and it's for all of you to enjoy, not just for me, and my neighbours are enjoying it, but it's lovely to be able to share. So let's have a look. Yvonne saying good luck for the shoe shopping tomorrow. There we go. Right. Who's off to bed? Carol's off to bed. That's it. Hello, Wendy. You put the replay, but we're actually still live at the moment, Wendy. So hello. We won't be live for much longer. We'll be going in a minute. But just nice to have you in here. P.O. Box would be a fantastic idea. Yes, I do need to think about that. Same age as your grandson. So Melissa, Sarah's daughter, is the same age as Yvonne's grandson. Maybe wait to find out where to donate money to. Okay. You had a new phone last year. No, I didn't. I didn't, Yvonne. It was the Christmas before. It wasn't last Christmas. It was the Christmas before, Yvonne. It's nearly 2 years old, that phone. So I know, doesn't time fly, but definitely 2 years old. Because I thought I was having a glitch with it, and they had given me a 2-year warranty on it, and I was looking it up to see, but it was definitely the year before, Christmas before last. So it's nearly 2 years old, the phone. Right, okay. Right. You're in work tomorrow. If you want me to get some for you, I can get some. Just PM me. Oh. All right. Okay. Sorry, you're talking to Marianne there. Wendy fell asleep. Oh, never mind, Wendy. Doesn't matter. You obviously needed your sleep. So there we go. A dedicated broadcast site would be useful. Right. You and Mo went to nursery together over 40 years ago. Oh, my goodness. There. Okay. A broadcast page on Lynn's website as well as here, maybe. Right, okay. I'll send you a message after the broadcast, Andrew. Okie dokie. Oh, no. I don't know why I'm saying okie dokie. It's not addressed to me, was it? I don't know what you want. Right, okay. It seems like people are sorting things out. Some isn't. Right, okay. Been to have scanned. Okay, let's have a look. Good night from Inverbreckie. Breckie? There we go. I think Tracy... Oh, right, okay. Hello, Matt. Matt, how are you? Long time no see. We're almost finishing the broadcast, Matt. But how has your summer been? Matt and I used to see a lot of each other during carnival time. I met Matt, who's just come in the broadcast here. I met Matt when I was live streaming the carnivals. He used to be on the Newport Carnival Committee, so was that at least 2 years ago? And every carnival that I did, of course, I would see him at the carnival, and we got to know each other through the carnivals. I got to know so many people through the carnivals, and I haven't spoken to Matt for ages. Matt, how has your summer been and lockdown? I've had a wonderful time, Matt. I don't know if you've seen anything that's going on, but we have a GoLiveGranny community garden now, and you love it because Matt has done At Christmas time, he does the most amazing lights in his garden, and people go and have a look at his garden. And we went and have a look the year before last. Jacqueline drove me around, and I went to have a look, and I live streamed in his garden, his beautiful lights. So he loves doing all that sort of thing. So he would love the garden here. I don't know whether I'll light it up as well as he lights his garden, but we could have a go. Okay, there's various messages going on. Right, Marianne is saying that Logan needs to be able to touch and smell the shoes. Right, so obviously very kind of Sarah to offer, but obviously, and Logan does it his way, and that's fine. So it was nice of you to offer, Sarah. Good night. She'll enjoy following you now and again. Excellent, Ian. That's fine. So anyway, folks, I am going to finish up. I hope you liked all the sparkle tonight. I don't think I left anything else. I am just going to go off and have my dessert. I don't think you were in, Tracy, were you? Were you in when I showed what my dessert is? Look, 1 strawberry. And we decided I'm going to dip it in yoghurt and maybe in some chocolate. Or I might not. I might just dip it in the yoghurt, actually. There we go. Anyone else want to know what you, myself, Andrew and Kath are talking about? Please message me. But not you, Lynn. I can't share it. Never mind. I'll go and eat my strawberries. I'll get so excited eating my strawberry instead, Tracy. Night, night, everybody. Love you all lots. Thank you so much. You make it such a lovely interactive broadcast now. So many of you joining in. If you're watching in the background, don't worry. We don't mind people sitting watching in the background. But we've got lots of lovely people joining in as well. Oh, yes, you did. You said mouthwatering. I didn't know if you were there when I showed it, you see. So, look, do you think my dad would say it wouldn't fill a hollow tooth? That's one of his phrases there, my lovely daddy up there. Look, there he is. Night, night, everybody. See you. Yeah, sweet dreams. Love to all of you. Night, night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. See you again tomorrow. I probably do some streams during the day. It depends how I feel. If I'm bursting with energy, I'll do... Today I did 2 in the day and this one, so I've done 3 today. The trouble is when I do that many, I give myself a task, a big task, because I'm still trying to upload them all to YouTube. And it's not just the uploading, but I have to put all the blurb in about what each broadcast is about. But I'll get there. Night, night, everybody. See you soon. Take care. Bye.